area mainly, and the Castries market is also alive, and the overflow is in the boulevard. So certainly our breakfast, we start off very early. We start off with our Jouvet from 5 a.m. Our Jouvet starts at the playing field and it ends on the market steps. So there we have our breakfast. Also we expect our the tekako and all what we're accustomed of having for breakfast, our saltfish, our tui fish cakes, etc., etc. And of course, we're accustomed that the market, Shannon, is very much a place that sells local breakfast. So certainly we will be continuing the tradition, and we have the market open to get our nice local breakfast, and of course our vendors around the square will certainly be catering for that.
Excellent.
During the course of the day, definitely we go back to stuff that we accustomed or have been was our tradition in Castries, our patch nuts, etc., etc., that we enjoy. We enjoy our callaloo crab, and also many more things. That those vendors in Castries have become very creative to ensure that persons actually get the flavors of St. Lucia, and we go back to the days and stuff that we really do enjoy. The ways that they would like to present their food. We also have some vegan food. We also have the Rastafarian Association coming on board, and to also, those persons that actually want to eat differently and the vegan way, etc. So they are also on board. So we will definitely have a wide variety of food available for everyone. So have no fear, Charlotte, and I hope you will be coming to Castries.
Yeah, absolutely. You've already enticed my appetite to come down to the city, maybe as a first stop. We'll talk shortly, Yasmin, about the Jouvet, and then how you've engaged so many vendors who will benefit from the pie. Castries has a rich history as well. Apart from the culinary experience, what are the aspects of the culture you hope to showcase?
Well, one thing that's very much for me is waking up on a Christmas morning and waking up to Papa Job in the CDC, masquerade. We should have that by the market, etc. So definitely we will be bringing back Papa Job, Serafina, Uncle Sam, our masquerade, our stilt walkers will be there. We also very much remember and actually have a rich history of our Sonians. We have persons like Papa Vida, he's from Central. We have Lady Lena from Central. We have the Ashanti, who actually is retiring. There was a big retirement for him today. So I'd like to really say bravo to you, Ashanti. And we all know Ashanti's history, and I would really love to celebrate him today. I will definitely be at his retirement party at BCC today, that he has really done good, and he's now retiring from the city council today. So certainly persons like Ashanti will be performing. So we will have our Calypsonians coming on board. As you know, and I'm sure many persons have been hearing the buzz about it, because my phone blows up all the time, Shannon, just with this band. For one time only, we have brought back Bo Hinkson and the True Tones.
Just hold on, Yazi. Just hold on. This is big. Danny, put the graphic of Bo and the True Tones back up for me, because this is massive. Imagine, Yasmin, a few minutes ago, I teased and mentioned, and somebody sent me a text message asking if there is VIP. So you could just imagine how massive this one is going to be. Talk about it and the collaboration between yourselves, FRC, and the events company.
Well, the Folk Research Center, heads, of course, our cultural activity, came on board with us at CCC, so the events company of St. Lucia, who's come on board to help us with logistics, etc. Really an amazing collaboration. I must say bravo to these two companies for really being the backbone of St. Lucia's history, and also the Castries Constituency Council for a job well done. These three entities have come together, and for one time only, brought back Bo Hinkson and the True Tones. Very much a crazy idea at the moment. Something that when of, we're like, wow, would this really work out? And we're really happy that when I contacted Mr. Hinkson, he was very much 100%. He was very happy to do it. He was like, wow, how do I do that? And certainly it is a time where a lot of persons, Shannon, our parents' age, persons are excited to come back on the square. There's so many persons that have called and I said that they will be there. Persons are saying, you know that we'll have a great influx of persons coming just to enjoy Bohington and the churches. Persons are making requests saying that they would like his last song to be Silent Night. So there's so much discussion about Bohington and the True Tones. It really is an amazing feeling, especially for those persons from that era. I would like to though celebrate Bohington as a Castries Central guy. He was born and raised in Castries Central, and he always contributes as much as he can to Castries Central. Anytime we call him, he's very much willing to assist, willing to teach the children, the youth. So I say bravo and hats off to him for agreeing to, go back to the days where, we had this type of music, and persons find it so nostalgic right now to actually bring back such a band. So for one time only, Shannon, that we will have Bohington and True Tones at the Derek Walcott Square.
Yeah, legendary definitely, and kudos to all the organizers. Yasmin, I'm hoping that this performance is recorded for posterity purposes. I know the Mr. Hinkson would facilitate or would accommodate such an arrangement. Let's talk logistics for Jounen Kweyol in the city. Parking, and I know that you are working closely with the police to ensure that it is safe as well.
All right. Before we run there, though, I'd like to just let you know that Bohington is not the only big band. There is DYP. So DYP will be in concert that evening as well. DYP will have 1 hour of delivering some great Creole music as well. They are very excited. Nice. And they plan, as they will say, Yasmin, it will be a mashup session. So I say, what are you guys going to be? They don't want to say a word. They're not sharing what they're planning. Not even with me. So I'm very excited about DYP as well. And for many of us, maybe the younger generation, they're more familiar with DYP. And I'm more familiar with DYP, though, of course, the True Tones, when, my mother era, of course, when you heard my mother playing those music. But DYP is something that I'm more familiar with. Mm-hmm. So for the younger persons, we also will have DYP and we welcome persons. So this bound to be in concert in the evening at the Derek Walcott Square.
Excellent. So you have a big band and you have a bigger band. And a nice mix for both the young and the old. Well done. Correct. Talk to us about logistics quickly, Yasmin.
So our parking areas, yesterday we announced our official parking areas. They are the CSA Center, the CSA parking grounds. That's where RCI is in St. Lucia. We have the parking lot next to the pyramid in Point Seraphine. We have the property, the lot just before the Castries car park, or next to Marcy's rather. We have the complex, the V complex. Our Jeremy Street branch will be open for service on that day. That is the old fire service that will be available that day. Mm-hmm. We have the grounds of the Cultural Center. And right below it, the Lower Barnard Hill, the NIC parking area that's between MBC and the Folk Research Center. Mm-hmm. These areas, there will be security from the time you park to the time you move your vehicle there. So we will have parking, we will have security, so vehicles will be safe at these locations. So encouraging persons to park at these locations. Don't just park within the city. Of course, there will be available places to park your vehicle in the city. However, I encourage parking areas to ensure that your vehicle is safe. So you could go party, say how long you want to get the band, say how long you want in the evening, and your vehicle is safe.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And there will be significant police presence in and around the city as well. You're collaborating with them strongly, the city police and the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, to ensure that the activity is generally safe.
Definitely. I have had about 3 weeks of continual consultations, continual meetings with police, fire, and the various stakeholders. Also, Castries Constituency Council, the City Police branch will be on beat and patrol as well, and all our police officers at the Castries City Council, the branch right there. Everyone has been, for this weekend. Everyone is off leave and at work, so there's no leave right now. Everyone has to come to work to ensure that everything in the city runs smoothly. So I'm encouraged that this event will be incident-free. I'm encouraged that people's vehicles will be safe, so it's going to be a very safe time. Persons can feel very much safe and very much, free to come and enjoy. So police will be definitely in full force.
Excellent, and that's very, very important. Start off with the Jouven from 5 o'clock, you say?
Correct. The Jouven starts off at 5 a.m., Shanna, but it's not the regular brass band we're custom or on the big truck. We go in the traditional way. So we're coming down with the drums, we're coming down with the horn, we're coming down with the cowbell, we're coming down the traditional way down the highway. And the venue we looked at to start off, this is where we traditionally used to start off, not Mega J. So we're now starting off by the complex, by the sub area there in St.lucia, and we're coming down the highway like we normally did back then. And we end on the market steps, and we have solo bands, etc., that will be making the appearance on the market steps. And of course, we have other solo bands like Wule Tete seems to be making a presence on media and social media. So Wule Tete will also be with us as well for Jounen Kweyol on Sunday.
Excellent. And then hundreds of vendors who will serve up many, many treats, a long menu of it. Talk about how important this activity is to generate some economic activity for so many of your vendors in the city.
Oh, definitely. So, of course, at the Castries Constituency Council, vendors are very important to us. In fact, we ensure that any plans that we made, that our vendors in the city would benefit from it. Also, as I prepare for the event, we had to move some vendors from the boulevard just to accommodate them, etc. We ensured that we were able to accommodate them. We moved them to Constitution Park just a bit. We did not try to affect vendors so much. Vendors is the lifeblood of the city. When you come into the city and you need anything, there is somewhere to find what you're looking for in Castries because of our vendors, and we really do appreciate them in the city. So very much we're bringing the city alive. As you have noticed, Shannon, we have had Rose, we have had La Margaret, we have had successful activities in the city. We bring the city alive. There's so many other plans, Shannon, especially ending of the year into next year, to bring the city alive, where it would assist our vendors, especially the cruise ship season has just opened. So we are planning a lot of activities again to encourage persons to get off the cruise ship, come down to see what is happening in the city, for our vendors to benefit from it. So certainly everything that we do, our vendors are the center of it. Her worship has a very, very close relationship with her vendors. They're very near and dear to her heart. So certainly every activity that we plan at CCC, the vendors surround our activities. And you could definitely notice that there is a lot more activity, and vendors should anticipate even more activities in the city.
We look forward to the menu on display and you keeping us abreast to all the plans that you have in store for the vendors and the city. Yasmin, I'll give you 60 seconds finally to just encourage St. Lucians to come down to Castries City, the heart of everything that is St. Lucia, to be a part of your Jounen Kweyol activities this weekend.
Thank you so very much, Shannon, for having me on this morning. And certainly I'd like to say to all our vendors, this is an opportunity to ensure that, St. Lucia see what we have to offer in Castries. I also welcome everyone into the city. As one, you will be safe, your vehicles will be safe, and we do have an amazing lineup, amazing lineup for you. And you're seeing our bands are being released already, and so many things that we have not released as yet, but we encourage persons to come on down to Castries, enjoy it, St. Lucia. This is synonymous with what we have to present in St. Lucia, in Castries, throughout the various months, throughout history, actually. So it will be very much displayed on Sunday. So we welcome everyone to Castries.
Councillor, all the best, and we wish you all a safe and successful event come Sunday.
I would like to thank you so much, Sean, and I hope to see you there.
You're most welcome. I appreciate it. I will definitely be there in Castries.
Great. I'll see you then.
Councillor from the Castries Constituencies Council, Yasmin Steele, my first guest, first stop of the morning. In just a while, we stop over in Choiseul, and then we journey to the Nature Dominica, where Lady Lee is going to be in Roseau, pumping with activity. Some rain down there, but she'll give us the 411 on the World Creole Music Festival from the video line. And then at 8 o'clock, Prosper will join us from Toronto, Canada, where Tricky, Jaunty, and others will join for the celebration of Jounen Kweyol in Toronto, Canada this weekend. Stay with us, St. Kweyol, Jounen Kweyol International, where millions around the world, millions of Creole speakers celebrate today. We're celebrating as well. We hope you are. Stay with us here on the program. It's Free Up Friday, St. Kweyol.